applause to Letlapa Pula Marimba Band. My name is Ray Takudi, and I'm going to be the program director. And on stage, I have 2 sign language interpreters, Ms. Donesia Trinity Koza and Ms. Nikiwe Jennifer Matebula. So welcome to the Honorable Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, and also welcome to the ABC Mavungu Levule Ramakaya, who is the acting MEC for LIDET, who's here with us, and welcome to the mayor as well, and to all the dignitaries in the house, and of course to the members of the community, Real Amuhe. Without any waste of time, I'm going to invite on stage the Managing Executive for Parks, Mr. Property Mukwena, on stage.
Thank you, Ray, and good morning still. My name is Property Mukwena. I'm the Managing Executive for Parks. I don't own any property, but that's my name. My duty is a brief one in terms of our procedures within some parks and DFFE. When we host events, we allow the park manager to do the welcome. So Koketso Kotso gave me the permission to do this brief welcome. Before I forget, let me welcome all of you to this wonderful event. We welcome you here, and we welcome you across all the other national parks, because this event is being launched here by our Honorable Minister. And a big welcome to Dr. Dion George. He came all the way from Cote d'Ivoire to be with us this morning. It shows how important is this session. We would like to further extend our welcome to our acting premier, Ms. Mavungu Lerule Ramakanya. We are happy, ma'am, that you graced this event here in Limpopo. We know that we can't come here without your permission. Let's not forget our councillor, Mayor, the executive mayor, Ms. Toki Swinepoel. She gave me the permission to call her Toki. So I don't know whether you'll be granted the same permission. She's the executive mayor for the Waterberg District Municipality. We are happy, or for the Thabazimbi Municipality, we are happy that you allow us to host this event in your region. In our midst as well, we've got Sun Parks. It's a state-owned entity. It's got a minister and it's got a board. So our chairperson is Pemiako. I call her my sister, a champion of biodiversity. We want to welcome you, ma'am. We hope that we hosted you properly since you came Saturday. Let's not forget we are led by Imboroto as Sun Parks. Sun Parks, the entity which is got 100-year-old. Our CEO, Ms. Silo, she'll be leading us today. Thank you, ma'am, for hosting this event and for attending. And I must tell them that you have visited almost all the national parks since you joined Sun Parks CEO. Maybe we're left only with one, which is IIS, which is up in Namibia. But we'll get you there. A special welcome to you. As I conclude, this event is made a success by various sponsors. So I'll see Silindi Lehlongwa and Liz from FNB. A special welcome to you, colleagues. Let's not forget another sponsor, which is Total Energies. They contribute something to this event. They are led by Sunil Gandhi. He's been with us for some time wherever we go doing this event. So as I end this, I just want to not to forget the members of the media, because whatever we do here, they're able to inform the world in terms of what SunParks Week it's all about. A special welcome to you. You are not hindered. You are welcome to tell the story as is, and we are happy that you could join us. Let's not forget Gogo, Amadlozi, I see the traditional leaders. Please, we know that if we don't recognize you, maybe a lightning can strike. so Gogo, a special welcome for you, and we are hoping that you did your things in the morning so that this event becomes a success. And as SunParks, we are saying to the public, you must come and join and experience our parks across the country, and this will give you an opportunity to explore our heritage. And with that, I want to say enjoy SA Park Weeks and enjoy Tourism Heritage Month. And let me not forget that Dipela. I'll be making a big mistake, chairperson of the Limpopo Tourism Agency. I must say, Minister, all the time we have events in Limpopo, he shows up. So a special welcome to him. And let me conclude by recognizing the Park Forum. The Park Forum is it's a good structure which connects the park with the communities. In this case, it's represented by Mr. Sam Makubela. With that, colleagues, thank you for this opportunity, and you are welcome. You are in a Big Five national park, so you must not wander around. I think let's stick to this session here, and we'll inform you in terms of what is next. Thank you very much.
Allah, Lassen Parks, halala. Allah, Lassen Parks, halala. Thank you very much, Ndatemukwena, for those wonderful welcome words. We appreciate it. I'm going to invite Ms. Hapilo Sello, who is the CEO of South African National Parks, to also come and give us some remarks. Ma'am.
It's morning still. You know, Limpopo is so hot, you actually think that you're in the middle of the afternoon. Good morning to everybody. Macharoni, Melan, Tobela, Honorable Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Dr. Dion George, Acting Premier of Limpopo, Ms. Mavungu Ramakanya, Executive Mayor of the Thabazimbi local municipality, Councillor Sonobo, who didn't give me a nickname, Board Chairperson of SunParks, Ms. Pemiako. I'd like to also acknowledge our critical partners, Total Energies. So I'd like to welcome the leader of the Total Energies delegation, Mr. Sunil Gandhi, FNB, and other partner in representing Parks Week to the country, is led by Ms. Silindi Lehlongwa, who is the Provincial Head of Gauteng for FNB. We'd like to acknowledge as well the Chairperson of the Marakele Park Forum, Mr. Sema Kubela, and of course the Chairperson of the Limpopo Tourism Agency, Mr. Andrew Dupela. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I stand here actually to give a welcome remark on behalf of the board chairperson of SAMPAX, because she is with us today. However, she is not in the best of health and has requested me to speak on her behalf. Distinguished guests, Honorable Minister, we are blessed to live in a country like ours, which is hailed as a miracle in respect of our transition to a democracy. But it's also a country that is as mega diverse as it is. South Africa is in the top 5 of mega diverse countries in the world. Entities such as South African National Park play a very critical role in ensuring that that mega diversity is conserved. And we do that under your able direction, Minister. South Africa has approximately 550 terrestrial and 48 coastal protected areas. So collectively, our terrestrial protected areas exceed 7.9 million hectares, which is about 7.5% of the country, while the coastal and marine protected areas comprise over 426,000 hectares. Nearly 4 million of these terrestrial hectares is under SAMPAX management. We manage that through a network of 21 national parks. We also manage a significant number of marine protected areas. We launched Parks Week 19 years ago as an entity, so it's almost 2 decades old. And we do so to share with the country, with the communities, with the citizens of South Africa, the beauty of the landscapes and seascapes that we manage. Because we believe it is what we do today that will determine what happens in the future. We are safeguarding these assets for future generations. And the earlier generations in our communities get to understand what conservation is about, what biodiversity is about, the better. We aim as SAMPAX to make conservation everyone's business. And we have to do that by ensuring, as I said, that people appreciate biodiversity, they appreciate why it has to be conserved, why people have to live in connection with nature, why communities have to look after conservation. We have to move from a perspective where we believe conservation starts only when we drive through the gate of a national park or the gate of a private game reserve or a provincial park. We have to move into a new era where, as I have said, every single person in South Africa has a genuine appreciation of biodiversity and has a stake in conserving it. I want to just comment about the impact of conservation on tourism, the tourism sector, with it being Tourism Month, the month of September. Biodiversity and tourism are intertwined, particularly in South Africa. Because when we sell South Africa as a destination, what we sell is our biodiversity. We sell what we conserve. Some people say South Africa is about sun, sea, and safari, and that speaks to biodiversity, and that's what we sell. So there are 2 sectors that are intimately linked to the conservation of biodiversity, which is the environment and as well as tourism. On the matter of tourism, Sandparks depends a great deal on the tourism revenue it generates. Approximately 80% of our budget is derived from our tourism revenue. And the more we expose South Africans to our national parks, the more we convert them into tourists of the future. Because charity begins at home. The last 3 years have been extremely difficult due to the negative effects brought about by, amongst others, the COVID-19 pandemic. South African National Park stands at a point where it has recovered 90% of its tourist volumes. And that is primarily due to domestic tourists. If it were not for the domestic tourists stepping in, coming to the parks, paying their way into the parks in the darkest of years where international travel was not allowed, I have a serious doubt that we would be where we are. So charity does begin at home. Exposure is important, and appreciation of what is in your backyard as a tourist is very critical. And we take this very seriously in South Africa, in South African tourism. And we see Parks Week as one of the potential and major stimulators for travel. I'd like to thank Total Energies and First National Bank, and of course our mother department, the Department of Forestry, Fisheries, and the Environment, for always giving us the support in initiatives of this nature. We are indebted to you for your support and forever thankful. Please, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Honorable Minister, please, you're welcome, and I wish you a great time here in Marakele National Park, and may this be an unforgettable first visit from the Minister. Thank you.
Thank you to the CEO of South African National Parks, Ms. Hapile Sello. Please, let's give her another round of applause. I hope you'll be fine with your hand. All right. She's signing with a broken hand. Thank you very much, Ma'am Sello. I'm going to invite our partners. First, FNB, represented by Ms. Lindile Hlowa, the provincial head of Gauteng, to ascend the stage in Limpopo.
Program Director, Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, Dr. Dion George, Ms. Pam Yako, Chairperson, Sandparks Board, Sandparks Chief Executive Officer, Ms. Hapile Sello, Mr. Property Mukwena, Managing Executive Parks, Mr. Sunil Gandhi, General Manager, Strategy, Total Energies, all dignitaries present, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, all protocol observed. Good morning. As said, I'm Lindile Hlowa, the Provincial Head of Gauteng Commercial Public Sector. FNB's involvement in the Sandparks Week initiative celebrates its 18th year of our partnership. We are immensely proud of this milestone and the amazing journey of collaboration we've had with Sandparks, and look forward to 20 years and beyond. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of exploring Marakele National Park. The beauty and the rich heritage of the park shared with us really highlighted why this initiative is so important. It's so important to us as an organization as we explore and experience the story behind each of the parks, its uniqueness, and just the rich heritage that sits in our parks. It's in this experience and understanding the importance of preserving nature, the environment, that F&B continues to stand alongside Sandparks and continue to embrace by enabling, protecting South Africa's nature, the environment, wildlife, and so much more that is in our parks. South African National Week is deeply entrenched in our ethos of help as a bank. We like to see ourselves not just as a financial institution providing solutions and banking solutions, but we are a corporate citizen that is responsive to the issues of the communities we serve. The Sandparks Week initiative has enabled us as an organization to look beyond and consider different ways we can have a long-lasting impact in the upliftment of communities at large, and further challenge ourselves on how we can improve the lives of the employees through different employee value props. For Sandparks, we need to challenge ourselves as individuals, communities at large, corporates, and all sectors on how we can collectively safeguard and enable more education of preserving and grow the appreciation for biodiversity, wildlife, and their conservation thereof. Furthermore, as F&B, we are aware that without a stable environment, we cannot have sustainable tourism economy. And therefore, we are always seeking for such opportunities to support the efforts to raise awareness, educate on environmental sustainability and conservation. Supporting our conservation parks is one of our ways in which we can continue to help tourism sector to grow and to ensure that it continues to contribute towards economic progress and job creation. We look forward to communities and individuals coming out to support Sandparks Week initiative to explore the national heritage, and particularly as we celebrate Heritage Day on the 24th of September as a nation and embrace all of our diverse cultures. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fongwa. Please let's give her another round of applause. I'm going to invite entertainment just before Mr. Sunil Gandhi comes on stage. And we have a group called it's a cultural group, so I can't find their name. Oh, Tilori Yalihaha. Tilori Yalihaha. Are you ready? But well done to the young ones. It clearly shows that our heritage is in good hands. Let's give them another round of applause, please. Okay, I'm going to invite
Chief Executive of Sandparks, Apilwe Selelu, executives from our partner FNB, co-sponsors, led by Slendile Shlomo, executives from Sandparks, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pride and honor that I stand today before you as we celebrate another Sandparks Week. For me, Sandparks Week is a cherished tradition that allows us to collectively celebrate and promote the national beauty and heritage of South Africa. The objective of the week is to give South Africans a chance to enjoy and experience the beauty of our breathtaking national parks. At Total Energies, we believe that even the smallest contributions can lead to significant changes. Our commitment to inclusivity, the creating of a better world for all who live in, is unwavering. We are dedicated to supporting Sandparks and ensuring that our national parks remain sustainable, thriving sanctuaries for generations to come, just as was said by the CEO. We are proud to reaffirm our long-term commitment to the conservation of wildlife and collective heritage of all South Africans. Our collaboration with Sandparks is a perfect alignment with that. Our long-term partnership with Sandparks is not just a corporate responsibility. It's a heartfelt dedication to preserving our natural wonders and the rich cultural tapestry that defines our nation. Honorable Minister, this year we celebrate 100 years of Total Energies as a group, 70 years of Total Energies in South Africa, and 65 years collaboration with Sandparks. We met. I think that one deserves an applause for sure. Of course, we remain committed to the country, and we may remain committed to supporting Sandparks. We are particularly proud to be one of the private sector stakeholders of making sure that we use this campaign to create awareness and encourage South Africans from all walks of life to explore our national parks. Our country is endowed with unique sites of conservation, cultural heritage, and biological diversity like no other world. And I heard the CEO say we are number top 5. These initiatives are not just about protecting the environment, they are about fostering a culture of pride amongst all South Africans in this relationship with the country's natural, cultural, and historical heritage. I would like to extend the gratitude to FNB, our co-sponsors, for their individual support and shared vision in this. We are making strides towards a future where all our natural treasures are cherished and protected. As we move forward, let us remember that our efforts today will shape the world of tomorrow. By working together, hand in hand, we can create a legacy of conservation and pride that will inspire future generations. A heartfelt thank you to all Sandparks teams for their untiring dedication and passion. Yes, CEO, I've been with you for a long time and I see it. Thank you. Together we can make a lasting difference. Let us continue to work hand in hand to protect and cherish our national treasures for the future. Madam Chair, we are friends of conservation, like you put it today, and we remain that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Mr. Sunil Gandhi of Total Energies. We just want to make sure that Councillor Sonekul doesn't fall. Councillor, it's your chance. Please, let's give a round of applause.
Program Director, Honourable Minister Dr. Dion George, Acting MSc, Chairperson of SunPark boards, and all members present, all management of the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment present here, the Marakele National Park Manager, all sponsors represented here, especially Total and FNB, all stakeholders present here and distinguished guests here, the members of the media, everybody, especially our community. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Dumela, goeiemorgen. It is for me a great pleasure and a pride that I stand before you today as we celebrate National Parks Week, a time to honor and recognize the beauty and the importance of our natural heritage. On behalf of Thabazimbi local municipality, I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here to commemorate this special occasion today as we unite in the heart of our majestic national parks, surrounding by our unparalleled splendor of our natural landscapes. We are reminded of the vital role that these protected areas play in the preserving of our environment, conserving our biodiversity, and safeguarding our natural resources for future generations. Our national parks are not only symbols of our rich cultural heritage, natural diversity, but also serves as the bastions of conservation and ensuring the sustainability of our ecosystems and the protection of our wildlife. I would like to express my sincere appreciation of the Department of Forestry, of Fisheries and the Environment under the esteemed leadership of Minister Dr. Dion for their unwavering commitment to the conservation and the management of our national parks. Our dedication to the environmental stewardship and sustainable development is truly commendable, and we are grateful for the initiative and the policies that you have implemented to safeguard our natural heritage. As we reflect on the significance of National Parks Week, let us recommit ourselves to the preservation and the protection of our precious natural resources. Let us embrace our role as custodians of the environment and advocates the sustainable living practices. Together, we can ensure that our national parks remain beacons of biodiversity, resilience, and beauty, inspiring all who visit to connect with nature and cherish the wonders of the world around us. In closing, I urge each of you to not only enjoy the beauty of our natural parks, but also to actively contribute to their preservation and the conservation. Let us work together to create a future where our natural heritage thrives, where our wildlife flourishes, and where the beauty of our landscapes endures for generations to come. Thank you once and all to Minister Dr. Dion George and all the attendings for your presence here today. Let us continue to celebrate, support and protect our natural parks, for they are truly the treasures of our nation. I thank you.
Before I call the Honorable MEC, Ms. Mahungu Lehule Marakele, I want to call a poet to please come on stage. That is Miss Monahela Kumoyami.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Linumeriswa ke kumo ya mena mane ya tholesa la tereng ka mohlala mme bona fela ka bojang go teteke la go ripitile ba ga itshoma dime gape. Mawena Marakele o tsele St. Parks maemo. Mo pelong ya Afrika go diphologolo tsa naga di kgarakgatsegang gona le bontle jwa tlhago. St. Parks ke lefelo le le tlhwatlhwa kgolofelo la go iphitlhela diphologolo tsa naga le go tsamaya ka kgololesego go tswa kwa disavana go ya kwa dithabeng tse di kwa godimo. Bontle jwa naga bo kgatlhisa matlho. Letsatsi le phirima ka iketlo, dinaledi di a bonala, mantswe a bosigo a tswirinya, diphefo di a tamela. Mo lefatsheng leno le le gakgamatsang re bona kagiso ya rona go amana le naga mewa ya rona ya gololosega man. Ao St. Parks le tlotlo le le sa tshwaneng le sepe. Ao, before I disclose, let me acknowledge our esteemed guest. Pemyako ngokuhlakanipha lenhliziyo, you lead the way ukuvikela amasiko ethu mihla lamalanga. Ao Haphilwe Sello ke moeteledipele yo nang le ponelopele yo pelo a gagwe e ikanyegang. O sireletsa dilo tsa tlholego ka ntlha ya me le wena ka boineelo le ka lerato. Ao, our beloved Minister Dion George, thank you for your great leadership and hard work to protect the environment. Okae ga ke mmone se gatlamela masisi mphatlalatsa le naledi ya meso. Ao mmamorata wa me okae hle Dr. Popira Mathuba. Ena ke moeteledipele yo nang le ponelopele, o nang le pono e phatsimang, o bonela bojana la go ya kwa godimo. Ke ya kae Toki ba ya danki daneng na dinaturi omsi. Okae Lindile Tongwa bolela ba First National Bank gore re lebogela gore a manokeng tota re bone ka lona gore mabogodinku a thebana. Mojamorago ke kgosi Sunil Gandhi tota le koloi ga e sena lookwane ga gona ko e yang teng. Thank you for your support. Your partnership and in conservation is truly valid. O ka re nka bekene ke le motaki ka lelogela ditšale tsa St. Parks e re di apere banna le basadi ba le tswele pelo. Halala St. Parks, halala.
Kumoyami. Thank you very much, Kumoyami, for the wonderful poem. I can see the MEC is now ready to ascend the stage. After that wonderful poem,
Di Macheron. Rovuahan. Thank you so much, Program Director. The first time I came to Thabazimbi to do some work, I actually found more vendors than we have in Venda. So I'm happy. Let me take this time, Gilumedishe Wena, Program Director, Kilibwes Bakasum Piling Sona, Gitlompe Minister Warina, Dr. Dion George, Gitlompe Malukuka Ufela, Bamo Hai, Bahari Babichara Rekibona, Teho, Yamaspala Warina, Thabazimbi, Haribonalina, ba emelletseng ba re rena re aka re o thekga polelo le mmereko wa mamutla re a le leboga ke a le dumediša. Ke nke sebaka se, let me acknowledge the presence of our chairperson of the board together with the CEO and your team. Let me also acknowledge the whole management that is working under the Honorable Minister in the department, but also let me take this time and acknowledge the presence of the chairperson of the Limpopo Tourism Agency, Mr. Dipila, who works with us as the Department of Lidet in the province. Let me also take this time and acknowledge the members of the Park Forum being led by Mr. Marakele and the other ones that we got to understand that you are here. I want to also take this time and acknowledge the park management under the leadership of Keketso and the team, but also just to acknowledge the entrepreneurs that are here, Honorable Minister, because they are the ones that comes in and make sure that our parks are opened. We have got businesses that is running and we are able to welcome the tourists, both domestic and international, when they arrive in our parks. I'm happy, CEO and the chairperson of the board, that you have gone an extra mile, not just to say this is another week of another year, but you have gone an extra mile to assess if ever launching the Sun Park Week does make a difference and it brings a difference into our parks. We want to take this opportunity and invite the minister that when you start with your schedule, start at the border, start at the Mapunguve National Park World Heritage Site. That is part of the parks that we have. In that park at the border of Musina and South Africa, we have got 3 countries meeting at that World Heritage Site. You have got the part of Botswana, you have got the part of Zimbabwe, and you have got the part that belongs to us as Limpopo, which is under your jurisdiction in South Africa. And I think it will be critical that when you do that, when you visit the other parks, we say we are aware that if there is any conservation education that should happen, it should happen also mostly on us, because being a rural province, it means we need more awareness, we need more education on how to conserve our nature and why we should preserve the areas that is demarcated to the parks. And on a lighter note, I was also saying to the minister, you have got your clients here as our traditional healers, because these are the custodians of the trees and the roots, and we really need to partner in terms of saying, when you have used the roots and the trees, how best do we also preserve and plant more trees for us to be able to have a conservation as we continue. And I'm happy that today, as we launch this week, as Limpopo, we know that we have grown in terms of domestic tourism as the province, but equally, we want our parks to be able to be accessed by those that did not know that these parks exist next to them, Honorable Mayor. Because normally you'll find that the people that sit at the gate hardly knows what is happening inside the parks. And I think for us, that is the reason why we'll have this week to say, let us open it to the public and let the people know. But also, it is critical for us as a province, as we embark on this week, to be able to say, how do we then make sure that accessibility beyond just an open day, how do we make our rates and everything friendly to people and groupings that wants to come into our parks? And for that, for me, it is very, very critical that we speak to the immediate community, but we speak to who we are. One of the things and one of the economic spin-offs that we have checked in the province is that Limpopo can have its own economy when it comes to game farming. We are big on that. And I think as a province, we are interested to turn around the situation when we are looking at our own economic activities and saying, how do we make the whole frontier in Limpopo to be friendly for those businesses to be able to thrive with people that are in the game farming and also those that are breeding and also those that are actually wanting to start businesses. On Thursday, we were launching Explore Market. I was just explaining to the minister that the clothes that I'm wearing, I actually found them there. I did not know that there are entrepreneurs that are already in the safari industry. And this is about growing, and this is about us as a department joining forces with you as partners. And I'm sure as we look at the dedication and time of our partners through FNB and Total Energies, we can see as a community that we have got a long way to go. So we want to really appreciate, Honorable Minister, for you to have taken one of our parks to come and launch the Sun Park Week. And we hope that around the province, we are the bigger share of hosting Kruger National Park as Limpopo. That has been the argument between us and Mpumalanga, but we are the ones that host the bigger part of it. And we are hoping, one of the things that I was saying to the official CEO was, how ready are you to receive the people that will walk through our gates? Because receiving them, but at the same time, when they are doing this tour, to teach them about animals, and also why do we emphasize on saying, do not make noise, do not do this, what happens to these animals in the parks? It is critical. So we are happy and excited that the minister is here in Limpopo, and we are going to be opening up our parks. So before I sit down, Program Director, let me take this time really and say, today as the province and me and you as the community of Thabazimbi, we are hosting our minister. I've been briefed that he does not like me to read his obituary when he's still alive, but I can confirm that Dr. Dion George has been in Parliament and he has worked for the better part of the 30 years of democracy in the National Parliament, and during the 7th administration, he has been given a responsibility to lead the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment. Let's all rise and welcome the minister to the podium. We can welcome him with hands.
Acting Premier of Limpopo and Acting MEC of Economic Development, Environment and Tourism, Ms. Mvango Zerule Pamakhanya, Councillor Swanepoel, Executive Mayor Thabazimbi Local Municipality, Sandparks Board Chairperson, Ms. Pan Yako, and the board members present here today, Chairperson of Limpopo Tourism Agency, Mr. Andrew Dupela, our host, Sandparks Chief Executive Officer, Ms. Rapiwe Sela, SANParks Executive Committee members and staff. Sponsors of this event, F&B and Total Energies, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good morning. I arrived this morning from the African Ministerial Conference on the Environment in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, where we discussed important environmental matters impacting on us in Southern Africa, our continent, and the world. I came directly to the launch of this 19th annual South African National Parks Week that forms a crucial element of our objective across our continent to better connect our people with the natural heritage that belongs to us all. I am delighted to be here for the first time in the breathtaking Marakele National Park, nestled in the stunning Waterberg Mountains. This week serves as a profound reminder of our shared heritage, the awe-inspiring landscape that defines South Africa, and the immense responsibility we bear to safeguard them for generations to come. To everyone here today, whether you're experiencing the wonder of our national parks for the first time or are a seasoned admirer of their beauty and diversity, I extend my warmest welcome. Today, we celebrate the deep and lasting connection between South Africans and the natural world that surrounds us. South African National Parks Week is about fostering that connection by inviting everyone to experience the wonders that these parks have to offer, free of charge. The week will extend to 15th September. Kruger, Kalahari, Addo, and some sections of Table Mountain will be open until Friday, 13th September. Everyone over the age of 18 is required to bring an identity document to gain free access. Children under 18 are not required to bring an identity document, but should be accompanied by an adult. South Africa presides over a network of 21 national parks, each of which is managed by SANParks in 6 provinces. This year's theme, Own Our National Parks, is a call to action. It is an invitation to visit one of our national parks and an opportunity to embrace these parks as our own. To see them not just as the picturesque landscapes that they are, but as living, breathing parts of our heritage, our culture, and the legacy we leave behind. These parks belong to each and every one of us, and it is our collective responsibility to protect and preserve them for generations to come. Now, in its 19th year, National Parks Week has become a powerful platform to showcase the invaluable natural and cultural treasures we hold. By offering free access, SANParks is extending an open hand to all South Africans in order to foster a deeper appreciation for the rich biodiversity and historical significance found within our parks. As we reflect on the importance of the National Parks Week and our shared responsibility, it is equally important to look ahead. Our vision for South Africa's national parks cannot be limited to conservation. It must extend to revitalization and growth. That brings me to our new Kruger, Kirstenbosch, Isimangaliso Icon Status Strategy, or KISS as we call it. KISS is a bold initiative designed to elevate our parks, botanical gardens and marine protected areas to world-renowned tourism destinations. Through KISS, we will transform these natural treasures into economic powerhouses for our country by enhancing visitor experiences and employing innovative management practices. We will ensure that our parks do more than conserve our natural and cultural heritage. They will also serve as meaningful contributors to an inclusive green economy in which everyone can participate and benefit. This strategy will focus on unlocking opportunities for investment, for community development, poverty alleviation, and most importantly, for job creation, especially for our youth. As we work to revolutionize our parks into world-class destinations, we must recognize that the future of these spaces lies in the hands of our young people. It is vital that we expose our youth to the natural assets within these parks so that they not only appreciate their beauty, but also understand the need to protect and conserve them. By involving young people in conservation efforts, we create a virtuous cycle. As up-and-coming generations connect with nature, they develop a sense of ownership, which in turn drives them to protect these resources for themselves and future generations. More than that, the development of our parks will present a wealth of opportunities and potential career pathways. By learning about our biodiversity, ecosystems, and the tourism industry, young people will be able to leverage these natural assets into fulfilling careers in fields such as conservation, ecotourism, and environmental management and protection. The opportunity also exists as we accelerate the just energy transition away from fossil fuels towards greener energy sources for the generation of more jobs in the green economy for our current workforce. As we inspire young people to engage with our national parks, we must also recognize the broader role these parks play in promoting unity within our communities. Natural parks are spaces where people from different backgrounds come together to share experiences, celebrate nature, and strengthen social bonds. Our national parks serve as a reminder of what we can achieve when we work together. By combining the efforts of local communities, business leaders, and political representatives in the success of these parks, we strengthen the ties that bind us as a nation. At the start of another National Parks Week, I invite each and every one of you to embrace this year's theme. To own your national parks is an opportunity for all of us to step forward and play our part in conservation and celebration of our natural heritage. Our parks are living treasures. They require the dedication of communities, businesses, and every individual who values the beauty and history they hold. Today, we take another step in a journey of commitment where each of us can contribute to the preservation and sustainable growth of these spaces. Whether through direct involvement, education, or simply visiting, we all have a role to play in ensuring their future. Our parks are waiting for you. They are not just places to visit, but spaces that hold the potential for your enjoyment, your growth, your careers, and your opportunities. Take what you see and learn here, and let it shape how you contribute to the conservation of our country's natural and cultural heritage. I am confident that together, through our shared efforts, we can ensure that these parks remain vibrant, thriving centers of biodiversity, cultural significance, and economic opportunity for generations to come. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to everyone who has made this event and this week possible. Your continued support for our national parks and this initiative has made a lasting impact. Your commitment shows that conservation and economic growth go hand in hand, benefiting both our natural heritage and everyone who lives in South Africa. To the SANParks team and all the dedicated staff who work tirelessly to maintain and improve our parks, thank you. Your efforts ensure that these spaces remain accessible, well-managed, and sustainable for future generations. The work you do goes beyond the here and now. It is an investment in South Africa's future. To the communities, visitors, and young people here today, I thank you for your enthusiasm and participation. Your presence reinforces the vision that our parks truly belong to everyone. Together, we are building a legacy of conservation, education, and opportunity that will endure long after this week has ended. Distinguished guests, I declare the 2024 SA National Parks Week now officially opened. Enjoy SA National Parks Week. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, Minister George. Indeed, the SA National Parks Week is officially opened, and the Minister has invited all of us to take the opportunity to visit various national parks throughout the country from tomorrow, Monday the 9th of September, up until Sunday the 15th of September in this very national park, Marakele National Park. Thank you very much, Minister, for the wonderful words. Thank you kindly. I'm going to ask the Marimba Band just to give us one item.
Greetings, everyone. Minister, all protocol observed. Today is a beautiful day to be in tourism, even a better day to be in conservation. So on behalf of SANParks, its strategic partners, that is Total, as well as First National Bank, allow me to begin by giving thanks to our Honorable Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, Dr. Dion George. Your inspiring words and your outline of the important role played by SANParks in society in the last 30 years, and of course in the future, has been inspiring. And I think we've heard your call today in terms of pushing the envelope beyond tourism and conservation and focusing on the green economy and inclusive growth. And we look forward to supporting you. So for that, Minister, we thank you. May we give the Minister a round of applause, please. I additionally would like to also thank the MEC and all the other government representatives who are here today. And I would like to also extend gratitude to our chairperson of the SANParks Board, Ms. Pam Yako, for her supportive nature. Ma'am, we highly appreciate you taking time from your busy schedule to be present at this important gathering. We can never thank you enough. And beyond this, we also thank our CEO for her great vision. I would also like to extend gratitude to our other managing executive members, heads of department, as well as the broader team at SANParks. Let's continue to pursue the great work that we do in conservation. And then we usually mention that SANParks is diverse and its mandate is quite broad as well. And we take care of quite a big, vast amount of land, which is about 4 million hectares. So we always need a great deal of support in pursuing the mandate that we actually carry. So with that, I would like to thank our partners at Total Energies and FNB. You have for so many years been a part of all our projects, campaigns, and initiatives with SANParks. If we were to choose a perfect song to describe you, I wish at this instance I was as poetic as the young lady who came here, but I have to borrow my words, unfortunately. So we take from the song of Don Williams, which says, "You are my best friend." So some of the lyrics go such as this: "You are my bread when I'm hungry. You are my shelter from troubled winds. You my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you are my best friend." So thank you so much to our partners for being our best friends. And we always say we welcome more friends also in the future because our work is quite broad. In this event, we have industry leaders, stalwarts from various provinces representing tourism authorities, both public and private, conservation authorities, youth formations, community and tribal authorities. Ladies and gentlemen, your presence here today is very appreciated. You have embodied a true principle of Mutu, kimutu, kimutu, gabatu. Umtu, gumtu, gabantu. So humanity is what you have shown in honoring our invite. And for that, we thank you. And I think this paragraph really speaks to all of us. So I would like us to all give each other a round of applause so you can cheer for your neighbor. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be amiss of me if I miss an opportunity to render a special thank you to SANParks honorary rangers for the dedicated time and effort they put in supporting SANParks in fundraising initiatives so that we can continue to focus on pursuing the work of conservation for future generations, and for us to really be able to create a space in which our parks are enjoyable for all our tourists. You are equally a best friend, and in every step of the way, thank you very much. And for some, conservation is not stimulating enough to be noticed, but the efforts made by members of the media and those who are also present here today is truly appreciated, because you become the ones who give our sector shape, you give us accountability, and you also give the work that we do talkability. So your efforts have shown great citizenship, and thank you so much. We truly appreciate you, and we also consider you to be our partner. So thank you to all those who have contributed in one way or another to make this event a success. We've had our entertaining program manager, Mr. Ray Takudi. We also have the leadership of JP, which has curated a team in the background to make sure that this event is a success. So we really appreciate you, colleagues, for really taking the time and putting this stellar occasion together. Finally, I would also like to thank the entertainers who were present today. When the dancers came on stage, I think the drum really represents the heart of Africa as well as the marimba. So our hearts were dancing, and I think we wanted to join in and break the stage with them. But we're this close, but we had to resist the temptation. So thank you. That was invigorating. It was really keeping us alive. And we hope all of you as our guests really enjoy this time with us in the park as you venture into the various areas. And also those in the various other parks, we also equally wish them an enjoyable stay with us during this National Parks Week. And with those words, kia leboha, ndolibuwa, and we wish you a pleasant stay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Yolanda. I'm not sure about the stage, so the photograph, if it can happen in front of the stage, as opposed to the stage. So all the dignitaries, if you could please just assemble in front here, just for a picture. I'm going to invite Mr. Gandhi, Ms. Toma,